We here at the Blade Job would like to offer our sincerest condolences to the family of Bruno Sammartino, who passed away at the age of 82. If Ric Flair is a wrestling legend, Bruno Sammartino is a wrestling god.
You can hear this capacity crowd chanting, Bruno, Bruno, Bruno. And this place will go electric.
His opponent, formerly of Abruzzi, Italy, now residing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 245 pounds, the living legend of pro wrestling, Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. Would you start that timer? Let's go.
Start what timer?
The one that you just started.
You're breaking the fourth wall, man.
Yeah, because you don't do that when you say my real name.
Who?
Oh my god, just go.
God. So, I don't know. This is weird. I feel like we officially have a rotating cast.
Well, Scott had to go to an underwater basket weaving class at the Y tonight, so he couldn't be here.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Well, it happens. So, but we're here, so we can talk about some wrestling, because some things have happened, some things have changed since we last talked. Initially, we'll open up with it. Initially, we complained about the casket match at Greatest Royal Rumble being Undertaker and Rusev, or not complained.
Who
whatever.
complained?
I complained.
You don't drag me into this.
I will drag you into whatever I want.
Into a casket?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Only on Rusev Day.
Fuck off. So
suck it, nerd.
So then they changed it for whatever reason to Undertaker and Jericho, and for some reason people were really mad about that, which I don't understand, because that's kind of an awesome match. Chris Jericho and the Undertaker casket match. I mean, that's a good match. I mean, that sounds fun.
It sounds like a really good match.
And then they put Rusev back in the match with really no huge announcement, no reasoning. They're just like, oh yeah, no, it's Rusev. Whatever.
Surprise.
I don't get it. To be 100% honest, I feel like they're booking. Obviously, I'm assuming storylines matter when it comes to the Greatest Royal Rumble, because they have the rematch between Reigns and Lesnar.
And also WWE, so
yeah, and they've got the rematch between AJ and Nakamura. Like, there's a lot of storyline.
The rules are made up, and the storylines don't matter.
Well, yeah, Drew Carey did in fact enter the Royal Rumble.
There you go.
He did not win.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
no.
a shame.
Spoiler alert.
Maybe he'll win the greatest.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
I hope so. But at the same time,
Is he in the Greatest Royal Rumble?
I hope so.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. To be fair, they haven't announced much.
Yeah.
But they, like, obviously without any, it seems like they're using storylines, but at the same time, they're just kind of doing whatever. Already, the booking looks better than WrestleMania. WrestleMania was also, I believe, booked by Nicholas. In fact, he was the one who was like, no, hold on, I win the tag team championships. That's the only excuse I have for whatever WrestleMania was this year.
He Hulk Hogan'd it.
He did. I seriously think Nicholas Cone was like, nah, man, my dad's a ref.
Nah,
Screw
I'm
you.
a ref. I'm going to get those tag team championships. NC.
He's also
Instead of HH.
got a Topps trading card already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a fucking Hall of Famer right there, in the making.
Probably not.
If he doesn't become a wrestler, that was a wasted tag title win. Because, I mean, think about if he becomes a wrestler and he goes to the WWE.
Uh-huh.
He walks in the door his first day, and he's already a former tag team champion. Like, I just feel like maybe he'll be a referee like his pops, and he can, referee a weird match where a 10-year-old wins the WWE Tag Team Championships.
Full circle.
Full circle.
It's circle of life.
Unlike Full Sail, where NXT is taped.
Or Full House.
Uncle Jesse.
And Uncle Joey.
And I like that theory that Joey's really the father. You ever seen that?
I saw something about it.
It makes sense.
No, not really, because I just wrote a TV show. It's not real life.
It is real life.
Oh, okay.
I learned a lot of
Truman
things.
Show?
Yeah, like the time that DJ fainted on the treadmill because she was trying to lose weight, and it taught us all a valuable lesson about
What was that?
You need to eat food. Like, that was the lesson. Don't try to lose weight by not eating food.
Feel like if you didn't know that you needed food by the time you were watching Full House, then you should stop eating food and just die.
That's a great idea.
You're only going to bring down the human race.
The blade job does not condone dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way.
We'll see.
Um,
Not right now.
So...
Wait till you finish the episode, give us a 5-star review, then do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, no. I mean, after that happens, share and liking and subscribing and whatnot.
Yeah, do all that. Then live your own life.
Fucking, who cares?
But did you, since we're on the topic, no, it has actual stuff on it.
You prepared?
Yeah, I prepared.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, you weren't going to.
The note cards are
Lazy ass.
back.
Damn right.
All right, go
I
ahead.
meant to keep bringing them back, but I kept forgetting them.
But now they're back.
But did you see the tweet that Rusev put out for the Throwback Thursday?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was awesome.
I did enjoy that.
That was brutal.
I don't understand what's happening with Rusev right now.
No, I mean, I don't understand any of it, but that was really good. That was a ballsy move.
Oh, no, absolutely. I thought that was...
And I liked it.
I'm wondering if using Chris Jericho was, like... Because WWE has the rights to use his likeness anyways.
If they're just fucking around the whole time.
Yeah, which would be awesome.
Sorry.
And that's exactly the same
Farting
thing.
around. Can we swear on this one?
No, we can.
Okay.
This is not MGB.
Fuck yeah. Well, I didn't know if we're still trying to
MBG?
clear
MGB?
it up. I don't know.
Graham, you're going to have to fix us. Let us know on that thing that I just said. Anyways.
Insert podcast name here. That one.
Yeah, fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
So, no, I mean, like, the Greatest Royal Rumble, I mean, sounds fun. It's a bit weird because it's essentially a major WWE pay-per-view that happens at noon on a Friday. I think it'll be fun. It can't be worse than WrestleMania. I mean, I didn't hate WrestleMania, but it wasn't...
It wasn't anything great.
No,
It was no WrestleMania.
It was no TakeOver New Orleans.
True.
Oh
Truth.
my God, TakeOver. We'll
preach
talk
it,
about
sister.
NXT later. Anyways, so maybe we'll be serious for a moment, which is really rare for us.
I'm always serious.
As if you're listening to this, you heard in the introduction that we lost a great in professional wrestling. Bruno Sammartino passed away, and I don't know the best way to say it. That's a major bummer. Like, it just, obviously he wasn't an active competitor. Guy was 82, but like he was doing what Hogan does now, where he just kind of shows up every now and then, either in a segment or like a backstage thing or an interview.
Yeah.
And he was there,
Except
but
he wasn't a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Hogan.
It was just he was this mainstay of the current product, even though he hasn't been active in 25 years.
I don't
roughly.
know.
I know he wrestled briefly with his son as a tag team.
Okay.
In the man, I can't remember if it was the late 80s or the early 90s, mid 90s, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm a little off on the dates, but he's always been there, kind of like Nash was doing for a while. Once again, though, kind of a piece of shit sometimes. But there was nothing
piece of shitty about.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, I've never heard really any negative stories on Bruno Sammartino. You hear about all of the great things he did. Because I mean, you got to think that when Sammartino debuted, 60 years ago, roughly, everyone at that time in professional wrestling, it was very submission and grapple and mat based. But he came in and he was a brawler, and that was really different, than what people were used to seeing.
Right.
And I mean, obviously with him on the mind, I watched him and Kofla in a cage match from like 1975, and I mean, go and watch an old cage match if after you're done listening to this, then go watch old cage matches. Honestly, I don't really care which one. Just they were so different than they are these days because the cages were flimsier, the rings were like the ropes aren't as tight as they are now, and so he's whipping him into the cage, or like into the ropes, but he's not hitting the ropes with his back. He's just going face first. Oof. And going over the ropes and smashing his face into the cage, and it was just like
painful,
it's
though.
It's super different than, I mean, obviously the product is different now. Anyways, professional wrestling as a whole is different. But I thought it was super fascinating because it's been a long time since I've watched anything that predates, say, like 88 maybe. It's just been a long time, and it was interesting to me. Sorry.
No, go on.
Yeah, no. Just Koloff and Ivan Koloff and Bruno Sammartino cage match, Madison Square Garden, 1975. If you can find that match in particular, I found it on YouTube pretty easily. It was really interesting to watch. It's also it's a cool time capsule now with YouTube. A lot of people ripped a lot of that old WWF, WWE classics that they used to show. I don't know if all of those are on the network yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, watching that old stuff, it's such a different world to see. I mean, a lot of people will say like, oh, well, now it's all like flippy shit. Like that's the new hotness. And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of also been around for a while now. I mean,
so hot.
Lucha Libre and like the Japanese style wrestling, the high flying has been around for what, in the mainstream 20-30 years at this point. Obviously we've got amazing new high flying talent like Ospreay and Flip Gordon and Ricochet, who is just he's
pretty good.
I know eventually he's going to go to the main roster, and eventually Vince is going to butcher him. But now...
Don't worry about that. Just enjoy what you have.
Right now, where he's...
Don't be sad because it's over. Just be happy that it happened.
He's on his way to the top of NXT. Like, I don't see a world where we don't have Adam Cole Ricochet for the North American Championship.
Right.
And that's
pretty cool.
Awesome. Like, he's got a really cool entrance. They gave him a good theme song. Like, right now, NXT is doing right by Ricochet.
Right now, NXT is doing right by a lot of things.
I see, and you know what? I'm actually glad Scott's not here right now.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott.
So this past week on NXT, it was Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan, no DQ. And I know Scott hates Lars Sullivan. I'm not sold on the guy.
I don't mind him.
but he's not bad.
No.
He's not great. He's not.
He's
but
a solid mid-carder.
he is. Him and Dane, though, I thought had a really good match on NXT this past week. It was
I didn't see it.
hard-hitting. It was
I would imagine.
bloody. Dane, he may have broken his nose, but there was a decent amount of blood. There was a decent amount of nose coming out of his blood, man. It was a good big man. It was a hoss fight. At the end of the day, that was pretty much what it was, and I enjoyed it. And now we've got. Oh, sorry. We got an itch. I had to move away from the mic for a second.
Welcome back.
Oh, thanks. It's good to be here.
Welcome back to the Blade Job here on NPR. If you'd like to donate, give us money.
Oh my God, please. Like I'm eating ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, look at this guy eating 3 meals a day.
I know, right? Well, no, don't. I break the ramen in half. You know, you can split it down the middle, and I separate it over multiple meals.
Oh, look at this guy. Enough to split over multiple meals.
Well, there's a standard amount of ramen in a
La
goddamn
la la,
package.
king of the castle. La la la.
Goddamn right. Fucking. So, I mean, well, I guess while we're on NXT, I think it's inevitable that we will get Gargano and Ciampa again, because
I don't see how we wouldn't or why they wouldn't.
exactly. I mean, they put on probably the best match in NXT ever.
Right.
I mean, they put on a hell of a fight. I gotta kill this spider real quick.
Don't. That was unnecessary. He was walking away.
Nah, he was crawling away.
Well, he was climbing away.
Yeah, whatever.
Either way, the key word there that we both said was away.
Like Way Away by Yellow Card.
Because it's not pop punk without a fiddle.
Yeah, well, pretty much. A backflipping fiddle. I mean, come on.
The fiddle backflips?
Yeah. No, the guy playing it.
The fiddler.
Yeah. On the roof. Or on the speakers, whatever.
Wherever he did it
Yeah.
from.
Anyways. So, I mean.
Anyway, back to Yellow Card.
NXT
Oh, yeah.
would be a miss if they didn't give us more of that feud, because that feud isn't over.
Right.
Gargano is back, but so is Ciampa.
Right. And it's not Raw or SmackDown, so they will actually continue with it rather than just stop it out of nowhere.
Like it never happened, and then
Right.
make them a team again a week later.
Like, I don't know, some kind of name showing that they, did it themselves, and and kind of struggled, the Bootstrap Boys or something like that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Now, next week on NXT, Johnny Gargano has an NXT Championship match with Aleister Black. I'm assuming Ciampa is involved. So here's the thing.
Yeah, right?
The way I'm looking at it is, don't do Ciampa and Gargano at NXT at TakeOver Chicago. Save it for SummerSlam weekend in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Because TakeOver Brooklyn year over year is usually one of their better takeovers.
Yeah, that's kind of become their
That's where all those
big show.
the iconic matches have happened, like Bayley and Sasha.
Yeah. That was the... No, never mind. No, that wasn't TakeOver. What I was thinking of. Go on.
The Last Woman Standing. Was that TakeOver? Anyways,
doesn't matter.
moving on. I say save
Moving
it.
on.
Let it
Yeah.
slow burn. Don't have Ciampa interfere in every one of Gargano's matches because it'll get boring. But make it a point to show that Gargano is finished with Ciampa. I've slayed my demon. But Ciampa, since he lost, isn't ready to give it up.
You don't have to have him interfere. Like, let's say Johnny wins, and then he's cheering to the crowd, and in the front row is Ciampa just giving like a slow...
Just staring him down.
Yeah, just an asshole clap type of thing. Not Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking with him.
Yeah, like Gargano. I mean,
Do it stuff like that. Doesn't have to necessarily interfere and ruin. I don't want to say ruin, but
Yeah.
interfere with a match itself. Just throw him in there towards the end or at the beginning.
I don't want Gargano to win the title right now. I think Black. I think a good way to do this would be to have Black retain the title until Chicago, then have Black Gargano or Black Ciampa for the title, and then Gargano or Ciampa can win the belt, leading to Takeover Brooklyn, where it's Ciampa Gargano for the title. Mm-hmm. And I think that would put a lot of weight to it, you know. And obviously, I feel like they don't need a gimmick, but at the same time, no DQ, cage match, ladder match, something like that would work really well to solidify their feud.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, what I really want is a first blood match, because, I mean, it's badass. But
those are badass. Or an I Quit match.
Oh.
I think that would be pretty badass.
Yeah, I Quit. I mean, makes sense, too, because Gargano, his finisher is a submission. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, Ciampa's got a lot of good submissions, but, his finisher may not be one, but you can make it work. Speaking of submissions, off topic for a second, I was talking about this on Twitter, and have you noticed that everybody who faces Roman Reigns tries to do an armbar now, just so he can do that deadlift powerbomb kind of thing?
Huh.
Yeah. Everyone all of a sudden has an armbar in their arsenal, and they always try to use it on only Roman Reigns.
Well, they should get better at it.
I agree. Or a triangle. It's like all of a sudden it's like we got to do these moves just so Roman can deadlift us.
So he looks strong.
Yeah, but his finisher is a punch, but he jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more power.
Oh, because he jumps. Yeah. No,
well, also because he charges it up.
Yeah, with Saiyan power.
Yeah.
Kamehameha and whatnot.
I'm sorry?
Kamehameha.
Come again?
Yeah, I will. Trust me.
Dude, come on. Can we
lowbrow?
Can we just cut this? I don't want to talk about that on the podcast. Jeez.
Yeah, you do. Anyways, so NXT.
If you want to open that door.
NXT consistently good. War Raiders. The artists formerly known as War Machine are officially in NXT. They had their first official match on NXT television. The artists formerly known.
No, sorry, against who? I wasn't trying to be an asshole that time. I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't get internet. I can't keep up with
Jobber
it.
Tag Team.
I love those guys.
Can't remember their names. There
should be a tag team called like the Jobbers
they had the
Job Squad. Yeah, I guess they already did all this. Never mind. I'm done. That was the second page of my notes.
Hanson and Rowe obviously still look great.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I assume they're going to have squash matches for the next couple of matches they have on television. I'm really wondering if because right now they can't really. I don't know if they're going to be face or heel yet, because obviously there's a lot of hype behind their debut.
Yeah.
And it's hard to turn someone heel when everyone wants to see them.
Right.
Obviously, after a couple of months, you have that chance, that opportunity.
Yeah.
But do we see them going up against Kyle O'Reilly and now interim tag team champion Roderick Strong going into TakeOver Chicago? I'd like to see it either way. I mean, they're going to hold the belts one way or another at some point. I mean, they're too big of a name, to not. Oh, and Morrow actually brings up multiple times that they've held. He doesn't come out and say IWGP,
right?
But they made it very clear they've held the top Japanese tag team titles multiple times, and I thought that was at least
they've lined up on that.
They
now that they're bringing in a lot of talent from,
because
Ring of Honor or New Japan.
You and I know Warbeard because he got his start in this area. Like, he's been wrestling in New England for years.
Yeah.
Most people know Warbeard and Rowe It was just like people over in, what was it, Chicago area, AIW, where Rowe got his start, I think.
Is it?
I want to say it was somewhere in the Midwest. You know, they knew Rowe from that.
Right.
But the vast majority of people knows, you know, Warbeard and Rowe from their time in New Japan.
Right.
So if you don't capitalize on that, I feel like that's a missed opportunity. And I'm glad they're at least making reference without saying New Japan.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, they're making it clear.
They're not gonna fully say that. At least not for
the casual fan who might not know them at all. They're gonna know, oh, these guys were big in Japan. All they have to do now is go online and search War Machine, War Raiders, whatever, Japan, and they're gonna find all of those great matches that they had for New Japan.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll find a lot of the stuff they did for Ring of Honor and on the Indies. You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of Warbeard. You know, I've had the opportunity to talk to him a couple of times, and he is just a genuinely nice dude. And such a talented big man. Like, you don't see a lot of big men who move like Warbeard Hansen.
No, you don't.
His cartwheel, as kind of goofy as it is actually pretty impressive for his size.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do a cartwheel anymore.
Why not? Try it right now.
No.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay, hold on. Guys.
All right.
All right. Ready? Ow, fuck!
Hey, welcome back to the Blade Job. I'm the only one left, and that is fine.
See, that was a little radio magic, you know.
And you're gonna yell at me for breaking the fourth and fifth wall.
Kayfabe is dead. Anyways.
Anywho, did you hear about the match for the Impact World Championship belt?
Is Austin Aries still champion?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of.
So it's Austin Aries.
Yeah.
Pentagon.
Oh yeah.
And Phoenix
at Redemption.
Yeah.
I almost want to give TNA $40 to rent that, but at the same time, I kind of just want to wait for it to be on YouTube.
Yo, it's gonna be a good match.
That's gonna be.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. It's gonna be a good match. Hold on. It's gonna be a good match.
When Austin Aries is the worst guy in the match,
it's gonna be a good match.
That's gonna be. Actually, I don't even know if maybe Ray Phoenix is. I can't figure out who's the best in that match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match.
That's gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Isn't Scott Steiner wrestling too? Not in that match.
I saw. Yeah.
He returned. I know.
Yeah,
him and
I saw because I just
Dreamer.
saw the whatever poster, whatever it would be on Twitter, and he was on that one, and it made me a little sad.
Yeah, I know Steiner returned and Tommy Dreamer returned. I'm not 100%. I'm not super up to date with TNA, and it's not because TNA has bad product anymore, because they've actually come a long way to Redemption. Really, yeah. You see what I did? But
no, what'd you do?
I also don't watch television.
Because it wasn't a car wheel.
I don't watch television anymore.
Right.
Almost everything I watch is streaming.
Right.
So I don't want a set time to watch something in general. And I don't have any interest in cable television.
Do they have any sort of streaming?
So
or
they had
whoever they went to now?
The Global Force Wrestling Network has a streaming service, and from what I understand, they're still partnered with that because Global Force is gone now,
right?
As far as I can tell, and I'm assuming
it still keeps like popping up here or there.
I'm assuming they bought it from Jeff Jarrett Slapnuts.
I'm sure they did Slapnuts,
which is funny because he keeps starting promotions.
That's cool,
and they keep getting purchased by essentially TNA.
That's fine.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm actually going to look into that. I don't know if the pay-per-views are included with that, but if they have on-demand the day after, you know, I have no idea. I got to look into that. I really, I watch. You know how I watch TNA? I watch their Twitch channel
with your pants off. Oh, their Twitch
that
channel.
too.
Yeah.
And that's cool because it's like it's wrestling on shuffle because you're watching a match from 2002, then you're watching a match from 2013, and then you're watching a match from 2008, and it's just all over the place. And I really enjoy that. I kind of like that, especially because I'm assuming by design they're showing more of their better matches than their, your opening contest on Impact is this guy nobody's ever heard of versus this other guy that nobody's ever heard of.
Right.
This is their only match in the company. Bye.
Yep.
Which, I mean, happened because, there was a long time where TNA was bringing their enhancement talent is indie guys, but they're also padding their roster with it for one-off appearances, 2-off appearances, stuff like that. Whatever. Impact, I'm glad they're doing better. Maybe if they come up with a system similar to what WWE is doing, I'll be able to keep up. Or if they, they start offering Impact on streaming, I'll be able to keep up. I don't know. It's tough, too, because I'm not a huge fan of pre-recorded wrestling, which is why I give so much credit to NXT, because, like, when SmackDown was pre-recorded, I couldn't stand it. Like, there was something about, because a lot of the suspense is gone when you know that they can cut things out if they need to. And I don't know. I just wasn't a fan. Like, I remember, 8 years ago or so, it was Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, and Randy cracks Cody with the ring bell, and Cody just ends up, like, Eddie Guerrero style bleeding all over everything. And they showed it on the first airing. They showed it. Mm-hmm. And then every other airing, it fades to black right after he hits him with the ring bell. So you never actually see the rest of that match, which is him just bleeding everywhere. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. Moving on. That's my quote of the day. Moving on. What
else do I have? Oh, I was looking at some wrestling that's going on this weekend. There's a lot of good wrestling going on this weekend.
This weekend? Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's NWE, it's up in New Brunswick. I don't know who she's wrestling, but Delmi Exo is defending her title. I think that's tonight.
It's like New World Wrestling Extreme or something like that.
NWE. I don't know what. But that's happening.
That's cool. I like her new gimmick.
I want to see it. I mean, I saw pictures and whatnot.
She's just one of the boys. Yeah, that's cool.
Just one of the bros.
She was at the last WWR show, and obviously as per usual, performed well. That was a great show. That was I think WWR's best show. Women's Wrestling Revolution. It was from the pinnacle to the pit. You can get it on Powerbomb TV. It was just a good, solid show. Nice. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. NEW, Northeast Wrestling, has a show tonight. Yeah, tonight. On their thing, they have Emma, but no.
But no?
Well, Tennille Dashwood.
Oh, yeah.
She's wrestling Mandy Leon. Well, I'm not sure who that is.
Name's not familiar.
No.
I've probably seen her around.
Yeah. Ron Simmons will be there.
Damn!
Thank you. Super Crazy will be there. A couple of the matches that we got. For the NEW title, it's Flip Gordon defending. I believe he still has it. I'm pretty sure against Penta OM.
You mean Pentagon Jr.?
Yes. So that's going to be
names.
A good match.
That's pretty nuts.
And I like how they're coming, because on the other poster, Phoenix is going to be there too.
Oh, that's pretty
I don't know his... Oh, yes, I do know his match. But I like that they're coming around here more. Like, it seems like they're...
which is awesome.
Especially, I wouldn't be upset if Pentagon won the title and, stuck around New England for a while. That'd be pretty cool.
No, absolutely. Speaking of shows that are coming up, and also Flip Gordon, so Beyond Wrestling is holding Welcome Home, and it's Welcome Home Part 1, Night 1, is at Wrestle Factory in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Welcome Home Night 2 is in Worcester.
I saw that.
And they have one fucking hell of a card. We've got...
Fine, I'll finish up this card when...
Oh, you've got more?
Yeah.
Well,
that wasn't like the only match.
If you were closing with Pentagon, I figured you were closing with Pentagon and Flip Gordon.
No, the one I want to close with is, one that I am excited for.
Okay.
I mean, I'm excited for all of them, but another one is Christian Casanova versus Phoenix. Which I think that's going to be a really good match. It's NEW Lucha Mania, so a lot of flippy shit.
Yeah, flippy shit.
But for the tag team war, I don't know if either of them have the belt, but it's Brad Hollister and Josh Briggs versus Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Yeah,
and
Wrecking Ball's dope.
Brian Malonis.
That is a big ass.
That's
team.
why I wanted to end with that one. Yeah,
that's a big ass.
That's
team.
gonna be that's gonna be a good match.
That's gonna be a break the ring kind of match.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the one that got me super excited when I saw that. But go on for Beyond.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I don't know if it's for the title.
Okay.
But current Powerbomb Independent Wrestling Champion Tracy Williams is facing Joey Janela.
Ooh.
And I hope that's for the title because that will just make that match so much better, even though that's going to be a crazy match in the first place. Kimberly is coming home.
Nice.
Hence, welcome home.
Right.
And she's facing off against Jordan Grace. I am super excited about that.
That's because why Jordan Grace, or not why, but that's what she got from winning the...
No,
what was
she won the Revolutionary Rumble. She got to face Tennille Dashwood.
Tennille Dashwood, that's who
which
it
was
was.
an
Okay.
awesome match.
All right, my mistake. Go on.
Speaking of Flip,
Yep.
first time ever, he's facing Puma.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts.
Ooh.
That's gonna be really nuts.
Wow.
One of my favorite guys on the Indies, Martin Stone, is
Roman
facing
Reigns.
my other favorite guy on the Indies, Josh Briggs.
Brock Lesnar.
No, no Brock Lobster.
Rusev.
Fuck Rusev Day. And fuck Rusev.
No, but go on. Repeat that,
Yes.
and I won't be an ass this time.
Martin Stone, Josh Briggs. Martin Stone's Danny Burch in NXT,
Right.
if you're not aware. And I love him. He's amazing. Josh Briggs, amazing. Like,
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome. Cam Zagami, speaking of Brian Malonis, is gonna be facing Wheeler Yuta, which is gonna be an awesome match. Team Pazuzu is back together. LAX, Mike Drasdick, and Angel Ortiz, and of course Jaka and Chris Dickinson are facing the Amityville Project. I am a massive Dan Barry mark, so I'm
okay
over
with
the
that match.
I am too. And the newly formed tag team of Nick Gage and Matt Tremont.
That sounds bloody.
They're facing the Dream Team, and I'm not 100% on which members of the Dream Team they're facing.
I feel like I saw something before, but I don't even
But
know.
all
now.
I know is that I don't know how that match doesn't end with someone covered in their own blood.
All I know is that
And other
two
people's
members
blood.
from the Dream Team are probably going to die.
Yeah, and we get to see Stokely Hathaway, which
Hey!
is always a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got John Silver and Matthew Riddle are advertised to appear. I don't know what their match is going to be. I mean, Matt Riddle's been a mainstay in Beyond for Matt Riddle's a mainstay everywhere at this point.
Yeah.
The dude's working hard.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, no,
I mean, good for him.
I'm super pumped. They haven't announced a pre-show or a pre-game.
It's always good, though.
I mean, they have it listed that there's a 2 p.m. bell time for the pregame.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm super excited about this show. Since it seems like Beyond and WWR are kind of alternating months now, I feel it makes them a little more special.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be, you don't get a Beyond show every month. You don't get a WWR show every month.
Yeah. Y'all got fat and lazy expecting every month. Not no mo.
No.
Go on.
So it's
tell
like-
them what it is.
It's like a 2-month span.
Say it with
now
your chest.
between shows, and I dig that because it kind of like it gets you more hyped up because you don't
Damn.
exactly. Damn. I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm uber excited.
You want to hear some more? Was that it for?
Yeah,
right now?
I'm good with that show. You know,
You want to hear some more wrestling that's going on this weekend?
sure.
So I don't know when this is coming out. It may be done. When is this? Whenever we feel like it. Never mind.
When is it coming out, or when is it right now?
Well, I know when it's right now.
Yeah, it's 4:20, bitches. We're roasted.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Woo. No, we're consummate professionals.
Sure. So Sunday, April 22nd, though, for Blitzkrieg Pro.
Ooh,
Did you see this show?
I've seen some of this.
Let me tell you about this show. So you got Super Crazy and Juventud Guerrera versus Massage Envy.
All right,
So that'll be
sexy.
interesting, sexy,
yeah.
whatever. James Ellsworth versus Penelope Ford
I'm giving
for
the odds
intergender championship.
I'm giving the odds to Miss Ford.
Yeah.
She at least has a chin.
She has a chin and no, but she doesn't have an offspring tattoo.
That's true, and she's never wrestled AJ Styles for the WWE Championship.
True, and she hasn't won the women's Money in the Bank
It's true, twice.
Fire Ant versus Johnny Silver.
All right,
So that'll be a good match.
A little raw dog action.
Yeah. The Blitz for that's so you got Smart Mark Sterling, Jeff Cannonball, and Chuck O'Neal. With Sydney Bacabella.
Yep.
For Skylar, Jeremy Leary, and Logan Black.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that's all I have for matches for that one.
Speaking
right now.
of which, I actually gotta check something right now because I have.
And then
Apparently, breaking news coming from
that's go on.
from co-host of the MGB podcast, Graham. Has messaged me, and he'll know exactly when we're recording it now because he just messaged me.
When we
like
were talking
15 minutes
about
ago.
his show, did he tell you what the right name is? Did he?
No, he didn't.
So he didn't listen to that part yet?
Well, he in the future. Never mind.
I don't understand.
Apparently, scheduled to compete tonight at Nova Pro in Virginia was Skylar, and apparently there was some sort of issue.
Yep.
And she's unable to compete. So that's breaking news. You've heard it first, days after it happened.
Yeah, I feel like you can't have breaking news on a podcast.
No, that was the rave song from Strong Bad.
Yeah.
The system is down.
But I was trying to do the whole breaking news thing, like the
Yeah.
Morse code. Or,
We got to start wearing
telegraph
hats
thing.
with the press thing.
Yeah, I
coming out
mean,
of
we
them.
don't have to because
No,
no one
we
can
should.
see us.
And mustaches. Fake mustaches over our real mustaches, except for Scott, who, prepubescent and whatnot.
Hey, apparently May 12th, Blitzkrieg Pro, their show, Gangrel's going to be there. You want to go? That means yes. And a bunch of other, looks like some of the other ants and a couple others from Chikara.
Speaking
Ooh,
of
Hermit Crab. Hermit Crab's going to be there.
Speaking
Sweet.
of that,
Wait, what is this?
CSW, Constitution State Wrestling, out of Connecticut. What in the hell? There it is. They also have. That is from 2016. Why the fuck can't I find up-to-date stuff?
I don't know.
Gangrel's also going to be
Oh, nice.
at their show, which I am super pumped. I'm just gonna troll Dave Cole's Facebook because
Well,
I'm pretty
while
sure
you do
he
that, I'm
posted
gonna
it.
go over. Have you seen the card for what for?
I have seen the card for what for.
That's so good. So
Yeah. Are
there's-
you actually gonna go to a what show?
I do need to go.
Just
I'll
go to
probably
that
try
one.
to go that one.
Yeah.
That's the one to go to. I mean, you got AR Fox versus Austin Theory.
Teacher versus student. Main
That's
event.
gonna be such a good match.
Oh yeah.
Ace Austin is gonna be there.
Yep.
That's gonna be awesome. Trey Miguel and Myron Reed versus Private Party.
Private Party is undefeated.
Are they?
In what right
Oh,
now.
okay. I did not know that. I'm pretty sure Brody King might die because he's wrestling Dan Maff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go to what and see Brody King before
For the last time.
before he dies. But Joey Ryan's going to be there. JT Dunn, Rachel Ellering.
I love Rachel
Sean
Ellering.
Maluta. Yeah. Jason Cade. King of New York City, EC Negro. And Leon Ruff. So that, and I mean, that's just what's, it's
So
a few weeks away. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more popping up.
circling back to Gangrel, Constitution State Wrestling, June 30th, Groton, Connecticut. A double main event, Gangrel versus Trigger the OG, and
Nice.
JT Dunn versus Matt Cross.
That's going to be a good match.
And James Ellsworth is also there.
That's fine. He can hang out in the back.
Yeah, Dunn and Cross,
That's going to be such a good match.
that's going to be brutal. I will.
Because they both have straight edge powers.
It's true. It's
So,
true.
Like, they're going to, just throw down like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So I'm super, super excited about that. I unfortunately, since I have discovered CSW, the only show they've run was in the middle of a blizzard.
Was that December or January?
Something around there.
I know
January,
it was a bad.
Yeah.
It was like the first bad snowstorm,
yeah,
too.
even a lot of performers couldn't make it. Like, it was just bad.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm texting.
It's fine. That's consummate professionals, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
texting Graham to let him
Consummate
know
professionals.
that we read his tweet on the air, just because it is bothering me that it keeps popping up on my phone.
Turn your phone off. Like
No,
a
I've got the
consummate
timer
professional.
that lets us know.
Your phone is locked right now. Then you unlock your phone to the timer, so it's actually useful. It's because you run a timer and then
There is
jump on
nothing,
Twitter.
There is nothing useful about me.
Oh my god!
Trust me.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to realize.
Do your
that.
note cards have anything else to say?
I mean, that was pretty much all that I covered on my notes.
There is a lot of great wrestling happening in New England right now. House of
yeah.
Hardcore is debuting in Massachusetts.
Yeah, when is that?
May
way.
18th, I believe.
Okay.
In Hanover, I want to say.
Yes, it is Hanover. I know that.
And there's going to be a Boston street fight. I forget who's in them. It doesn't really matter. I mean, Dreamer's been putting on great show after great show with House of Hardcore.
Yeah.
So I don't really care what the card is. I'm interested. SmackDown's going to be in Worcester next month.
Chaotix coming.
Going back to
another
Lowell
show. Yeah,
in
in Lowell.
2 or 3 weeks.
Something like that. Yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, there's a solid amount of New England wrestling happening right now.
That's really cool.
No, it is because we've actually been in a lull. I feel like the last couple of months there hasn't been as many shows happening. Maybe it's because it's cold. I mean, getting into the spring and the summer. Granted, if you're in New England, there
There's
is no
also
spring right now. It's just
WrestleMania time, so a lot of people
Yeah.
going down there. That was
down there.
to New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
Sick fuck. We also got to go to a Lucky show.
I enjoy Lucky shows.
I don't think I've been, and I keep meaning to go, and I feel really bad because
Lucky
that was like one of
Pro.
the first one that I planned on going to when we started this.
Lucky Pro is a
And I
lot of
didn't.
fun. I really enjoyed my time. It was Dijak's last show for
that's
Lucky
right.
Pro Wrestling. Not his last show in general. I think his last show was for Chaotic, actually.
Yeah, I think it was like the next day. It was
It was a
right-
couple. It was
soon
like
after,
within
right?
a week. I
Yeah,
think.
it was pretty soon after that Lucky
And
show.
then he reported to the Performance Center and
Moved
never to be
down
seen
south.
again. Oh yeah.
yeah,
he's wrestling
why-
under-
When are they gonna just fucking?
Did you see that he's wrestling
him
under
out.
his real name?
No.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
not
see that.
Donovan. He's Christopher now.
Huh.
I actually was looking
That's
at
fine.
their roster. He's still designated to live event roster. So I mean, honestly, I don't understand what you have to do I mean, Dijak's already fucking awesome.
Yeah,
He's
I don't know
phenomenal.
what's going on.
you've got even in the realm of NXT, which is, the best of the indies, essentially.
That's kind of what it's turned into.
You've got a main event star in Christopher Dijak. All you have to do is give him that little push, and boom, he's going to stand toe-to-toe with Adam Cole. He's going to stand toe-to-toe with Ricochet.
Everyone's going to stand feast toe-to-toe. Their eyes.
Shit. Aleister Black, Christopher Dijak. Like,
it'd be a good match.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
I really hope they use him sooner rather than later, especially because he's still hot enough coming off the indies where, maybe I'm just biased. He spent some time in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Once again, maybe I'm biased because he's from here.
You are.
He's from Massachusetts. We've been seeing him wrestle for a couple of years consistently locally.
Yeah.
And I still stand by that the best, and this may sound harsh, but the best pro wrestlers seem to come out of New England. And maybe that's because New England Academy of Professional Wrestling.
Yeah, suck it, rest of the world. We're number one. We're number one. We're number one.
So, they actually, on NXT, they build, when they were talking about Hanson, they made sure to bring up, they're like, this man was trained by Killer Kowalski, the same trainer that trained Triple H. Kowalski's school is legendary. Whether or not Kowalski's, obviously he passed away. He's not training anymore. But, his replacement's Brian Fury, who's a wily veteran. He's been in the business for years.
Yeah.
And he's not wrestling anymore, so he can focus on creating that next generation.
He trained Sasha Banks.
He trained Sasha. He trained Ciampa.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm pretty sure he trained Ciampa. I don't know if Ciampa actually trained when Kowalski was still, but even when Kowalski was still there, I'm pretty sure Fury was his second in command.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he was doing stuff there. He didn't just jump in afterwards.
Think of the people who've come out of that school. Kofi came out of that school.
Yep.
Like I said, Ciampa, Warbeard, Dijak.
Brian Malonis.
You're talking. You're talking Malonis is a legend in New England wrestling. Unfortunately, he never had that success in WWE that he so rightly deserved. The guy's a legend, and once again, a stand-up guy. Brian Malonis is a nice dude. Talking to him is a pleasure.
Yeah.
And
when we started this and we went and talked to him.
Yeah, we were
that
nothing.
First interview. Check that out wherever it is at the bottom of that website because it was one of the first things.
We have interviews in a whole separate playlist on YouTube.
Oh snap!
Yeah. But
check out YouTube. I don't know if you've heard about this thing, but it's this website. There's videos on it of everything
of audio.
Yeah, audio, sometimes visual,
and that was really cool because we had no. I'm not saying we have a lot of street cred now, but at least now
I got street cred.
We released our first episode in September, so was that 8 months? Something like that since we've...
October, November, December, January, February, March, April. If you count September, then 8.
Yeah.
I don't remember when.
Was it 8 months worth? Obviously, that we have a little bit of street cred now just because we've been around for a while. We've met a lot of people, shook a lot of hands. We've made friends.
Kissed a lot of babies.
No,
got chased away by a lot of mothers. Because we were kissing their babies.
Don't kiss babies, man. That's not
cool.
cool.
You're telling me.
It's been cool. And Brian was one of those guys who was just like, yeah, sure, I'll talk to you guys. Dijak too. Dijak took the time to talk to us, and that was really cool of them because we were nobody. We're not anybody now, but we were even less anybody's.
Right now we're nobodies. Before we weren't even nobodies.
Yeah, we were nothing.
Yeah.
And that was really cool, and I appreciate the hell out of both of them.
Yeah, when me and Scott were at the Chaotic show where he interviewed Brian Malonis.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he just talked to us for a couple minutes. Because it was before the show, so he had to go get ready.
Yeah.
But he took a couple minutes to be like, "Oh, you guys are starting up. Here's what you should probably do from experience.
Yeah,
this, that, and the other.
he's
Here's a couple groups that could help you
Co-host
out."
of a wrestling podcast about nothing.
Yeah.
Which is another great show. You should probably listen to that one.
It is, especially now. It has Brian Fury on it a lot
Yeah. No.
because Malonis has been doing a lot with Ring of Honor. So,
Which I mean, Brian O'Brien, man, you're hearing some cool stuff about pro
shout out to
wrestling.
Brian.
Brian, say what's up. Knows what it means. Is it not cool if I do that joke?
Dude,
Whatever.
you're just not cool.
So I mean, I appreciate. I'd say the three. I will go on record and say the three most important people in the industry, to where we are right now: Dijak, Malonis, Dave Cole. Like between those three guys, they gave at least me the confidence to
The time of day.
continue. Yeah, pretty much. Because we were at, for the first couple of months, I mean, we had a lot of people who said like, "Oh yeah, I'll do an interview," and bail. Like that one individual who I still refuse to name just because maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point to saying anything, so don't even say that you're not going to say it.
I'm not going to say it by saying it.
Why would you bring up?
Shut
that?
up.
Gonna say now it's a thing. Now it's out there in the ether, man.
So,
Can't get it back.
yeah. Last but not least, we have a new partner. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, we have a partner, I guess. We have partnered.
Yeah, dude, we fucking sold out.
Absolutely. We've partnered with.
As soon as we got the chance, fuck y'all.
Yeah, where's our
I'm
money?
getting my money.
Where's my fucking royalty
Dude,
check?
I was gonna ask you. You're the one in charge of this thing. Write me that check.
You'll
be hearing from my lawyer.
So we partnered up with Inked Geek Studios, and they do gaming podcasts and Mind of the Geek, which is general geeky podcast. They do streaming on Twitch and stuff like that,
Yep.
and we sheer happenstance started talking on Twitter, and then they happened to be at the Limitless show that we went to last month, whenever. March.
End of the month, yeah.
Yeah, March 30th.
Yeah.
And we talked, and we were like, hey, man, cross promotion is cool, so let's do that. So you can check them out at inkedgeekstudios.com. They're cool stuff. Check them out. We're trying to grow. We're trying to help them grow. They're trying to help us grow. Everything's kind of growing right now.
We're all just growing, man.
Just growing, man. So check them out, inkedgeekstudios.com. Check us out, thebladejob.com. Follow us on Twitter at thebladejobshow. Tommy Collins.
I'm on Twitter at BladeJobCollins.
And Scott, who is not here because underwater basket weaving at
Yeah.
the Y,
Yeah.
is
His
at
class is
High
running long.
Voltage 1987.
Correct.
YouTube,
Yeah, correct.
like it and subscribe and share. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcast. Please leave us that 5-star review. It really does help. I never understood why people stress that so much until I realized that it really does mean something. If you leave us that 5-star review and you say, man, the show was cool, it helps us in the long run. I appreciate it. Tommy Collins appreciates it. Scott doesn't appreciate shit except for underwater basket weaving.
It's true.
It's true. It's damn true. You were going to say something?
No, that's all.
No.
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 All right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, one thing.